Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JMS Broadcasting. I am your host tonight. My name is KR Stolfus. I will like everyone to notice that my voice is not in its normal condition, so hopefully y'all can stick with me and bear with me and all that other kind of with me as we do this. However, I will say there are some things we cannot forget about doing. And that is, we do have to lubricate our throat box. Anyways, the session is getting ready to kick over into qualifying. We are here in the JaySkinz Media Solutions Broadcasting. We are bringing you the Upstate Racing League presented by White Knuckle Clothing. This is the Super Sprint Series. Sponsored by White Knuckle Clothing, as I said. White Knuckle Clothing isn't just another t-shirt, hoodie, or hat company. They are a clothing company for motorheads and motorsports fans. Check them out on the web at www.whiteknuckleclothinginc.com. Alright guys, so qualifying is about to get underway. Race Control is going to give a rundown of everything that's going to be happening right now. So no drivers are in their cars except for we are looking at the 02 of Terry Reinert. You know, his nickname is Nerd, so we'll just call him Terry Nerd. Anyways, while we wait, let's go over some points here. Chris Brenner has a 2-point lead over Nathan Davis. Chris Brenner, Nathan Davis are race 1 and race 2 winners respectively. These guys fast every week. Be looking for them to be fast once again this week. Sitting in third is Timothy Smith. He is only 7 points behind Brenner. So not in a bad spot to be for him. We got Brett Strickler out on track right now. Kelly Dahl. Wayne McDuff rolling around. And James McIntyre. Left is the scoring tower. And as the laps are registered, and it'll show up on the left side. Current quick time, Brett Strickler with a 12.496. Looks like he's going to be shutting it down here. So 3 cars went out for qualifying there. Brett Strickler, of the 3, sets on quick time with a 12.448. Kelly Dahl with a 12.741. And James McIntyre with a 12.896. Alright, we got more cars rolling out on the track. We got Jim Vig, Terry Reinert, Wayne McDuff is out there. These guys are on the loud pedal here. Reinert, McDuff, all registering times, but not their actual times as the scoring started when they were in the pits. Reinhardt slides in the second with a 12.726. Now Jim Big, before I can even finish what I was talking about, he's out there with a 12.666. So current running orders: Brett Strickler, Jim Big, Terry Reinert, Kelly Dahl, Wayne McDuff, and James McIntyre. And just like that, we got another group of cars heading out on the track. Corey Zansky. Corey was second quickest in practice, only topped by Cody Olson. Matthew Hoyf in the 21 machine. And Brett Bartles in the 2. Brett Bartles, good enough for third spot with a 12.564. Corey Zansky with a 12.450. So far, nobody topping Brett Strickler but Corey, only .002 off of that. So about as close as you can get without actually doing it. Now we got Tim Smith out on track. Blake Derflinger. Ooh, Blake catching the wall there. That's a perfect qualifying lap by Blake right there. Nobody saw it. Blake shrug it off. Tim Smith tops the charts now with the 12.409. Tim Smith, like I said, sitting in third in points. Our fourth place in points, Michael Sheridan, has not showed up for tonight's race. Fifth is Brett Bartles in points. Sixth, Chuck Hayes. Seventh, Matt Hoyth. Matt is here. Chuck Hayes is not here. Jim Vig is here, but he's sitting in eighth in points. Wayne McDuff is ninth, and Terry Reinhardt rounds out the top 10 of points. But things are happening quick here, and as I'm talking about, more and more cars are out on track. Nate Davis. Nate Davis, last week's winner, looking to be the first repeat winner of the season. Can he go back-to-back tonight? Davis's first lap puts him in fourth, but Davis is not the only one on track right now. We got Devin Johnson and also Chris Brenner. Brenner unable to actually register a lap time on his first lap. He will score one for his second lap in sixth with a 12.570. Nate Davis will be in fourth. Again, the driver's on the left-hand side of your screen. That is the current qualifying order. So we got another set of cars rolling out. Logan Christensen running a JaySkinz on the front wing there. Cody Olsen also out on track. Cody was our quick time in practice. We'll see where he can wind up. And I'm trying to get through this as best I can, guys. The 54 machine, 64, sorry, of Rick. You know what? I'm not even going to try. Rick Hudacek. Okay, I tried. Wow, what a last name. Alright, and the 96 machine you see at the very bottom of your qualifying order there. That is Al Smith, and he is in race control. He will not be turning a lap tonight. So your qualifying order is Smith, Strickler, Zadinsky, Davis, and Bartles. Those are your top five. Those guys really laid down a very good lap. Chris Brenner is sixth. Derflinger, Olsen, Cody Olsen sitting in eighth. Like I said, he was our quick time in practice, so a bit of a surprise to see him back here in eighth. Then we got Christensen, Vig, Hoyft, Rennert, Dahl, McDuff, and McIntyre. Those are the next group. They're in some spot. I don't know. This is good time here. Johnson and Hudacek will round out your fields. We got 17 cars here tonight. 17 cars who have turned a lap time. So once again, drivers giving a quick little rundown of what's expected of them, the events, the running order, starting positions. Again, thank you everybody for bearing with me in my voice. I know it's, I like to tell people I have a face for radio and a voice for the silent films. And tonight is definitely a night to be having a voice for the silent films. We got one car moving, two cars moving now. Devin Johnson, he's also running a JaySkinz paint theme there. Jim Vig also out on track. Cars are lining up. We got the 99 of Kelly Dahl. They're running a Tim Hortons paint scheme. Michael Sheridan and Cole Neufhalfen have both just shown up. Hopefully they'll be able to tag into the back of a heat race. Like I said, Michael Sheridan sitting fourth in points. So he's going to need all the points he can get. We got cars rolling around. One driving through the grass. Yes, shortcut. That's what we need right now. We need a shortcut. Alright, looks like they have finally got him lined up. This will be heat race number 1 rolling out. We have the 17 of Jim Vig. The 19 is out on track of Blake Durflinger, Nate Davis, and Tim Smith. And the green light is out. Jim Vig gets a good jump on Blake Durflinger. Nate Davis down to the inside. Tim Smith gonna try and find a way around this two-car battle. Nate Davis gets by Blake Durflinger. Now he's looking to take the lead, but Tim Smith gonna try and make it 3 wide if he can. Nate Davis with a good run on the bottom. Jim Vig on the high side. Put Davis into the lead. Smith going to slide into second. Jim Vig holding on to that top. He's going to slide into fourth. Tim Smith and Nate Davis out front now. These two very, very talented drivers here in the 360s. Blake Durflinger trying to catch back up to him, but Nate Davis and Tim Smith are pulling away from this group in heat race number 1. Jim Vig now looking down underneath Blake Durflinger, unable to make it stick, but not letting him get away from him. Jim Vig doing all he can to keep up with him. Meanwhile, Devin Johnson in the 18 machine. Got a nice little spot to run all by himself. Jim Vig still unable to get around Blake Durflinger. Meanwhile, Tim Smith and Nate Davis are still going at it. Nate feeling all kinds of pressure from Tim Smith, but Tim just unable to get the good run off the corner that Nate Davis is getting. Nate Davis doing a great job on corner exit. Tim Smith doing a great job at corner entry. Laps got to be winding down now. That sounds like that's going to do it. Checkered flag is out. Nate Davis and Tim Smith, your top two, followed by Blake Derflinger and Jim Vig. Great heat race number 1 there. Heat race number 2 going to be lining up any minute now. So as the drivers receive lineup instructions, we'll see them start to roll out of pit lane, roll around pit lane. Well, like I said, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me tonight. It's been a interesting weekend for me. As you can tell, I'm battling a little bit of voice issues, so I'm sure it sounds wonderful, but the show must go on, so here we are. We are broadcasting you the Upstate Racing League Super Sprint Series. These are 360 cubic inch monsters. We're at Lanier Speedway. Speaking of Lanier, there you go. It is a dirt oval, 0.33 miles. It's got 4 turns, and it's in the USA country. The weather is very nice tonight. Very nice. It's 82 degrees. Might need a light jacket. No, not for 82 degrees. Are you kidding me? Alright, so we got some cars rolling around now. Forming up at the end of pit lane here. This has Matthew Hoyt and Cody Olson, Brett Bartles and Brett Strickler, Wayne McDuff, and the 64 of Rick Hadachek. The 21 machine of Matthew Hoyt going to be your pole sitter here. Getting a little love tap from Brett Bartles. Green flag is out. And we are underway for heat race number 2. Cody Olson looking to take the lead early. Feeding a little bit of right rear to Matthew Hoyt. Meanwhile, in the back, Brett Strickler in some trouble. Able to straighten it out and keep going. No front wing for him, so that's going to put him at a disadvantage. Up front, Cody Olson has gotten by Matthew Hoyt. Cody able to get the power down, running a little bit on the high side. Kind of in the middle of the track. Great run for Cody Olson now as he starts to open up a little bit of a gap over Matthew Hoyt. Brett Bartles in the 2 machine and Brett Strickler in the 5. Brett gonna try and get around Rick Hadachek without that top wing. Meanwhile, Wayne McDuff sitting in 3rd spot. Great showing here for Wayne in this heat race. Trying to catch up to Matthew Hoyt, but our leader is Cody Olson. He's pulling away from the field here. have gotten in a little coughing fit there. Cody Olsen, still your leader, and it looked like Brett Strickler called it a night. He is pulled into the pits. And that's going to do it. Cody Olsen shutting it down. Heat race winner number 2, Cody Olsen, followed by second place of Matthew Hoyt, and then Wayne McDuff in the third spot. So that was your top 3 for heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 on its way out right now. Well, I shouldn't say on its way out. Getting their lineup instructions, and they will be on their way out momentarily. I am on my last adult beverage. Might have to find another one real quick. Got to keep those voice boxes lubricated. The only way I know how is with copious amounts of alcohol. Alright, we got some more cars on the roll here. Chris Brenner rolling out. Looks like Nate Davis. Nope, he's just sitting in pits. James McIntyre. Michael Sheridan. Corey Zadinsky's out there. Chris Brenner and Corey Zazinski. The 0-2 machine of Terry Reinhardt. Terry the Nerd Reinhardt. The 27 of Logan Christensen. Got 3 UWU Motorsports cars out there. Corey giving the bump to Logan before the race even started. Corey, oh, so close to Logan. Now they've made a little bit of contact. Logan trying to gather it up. Manages to do so, but he has lost a lot of ground. Now he gets into more contact. Meanwhile, up front, Chris Brenner and the 0-2 of Terry Reinhardt going at it. Brenner on the bottom, Reinhardt up top. Reinhardt gonna fall in behind Brenner here. Brenner running that bottom now, getting a little bit of a gap. Heat race number 3 right now underway. Your race leader is Chris Brenner, followed by Terry Reinhardt. Michael Sheridan sitting in third. Corey Zansky's fourth. Get a good look at Michael Sheridan here. He came into tonight's race 4th in points. Logan Christensen sitting 5th. James McIntyre rounding out this heat race number 3. But up front, your race leader, Chris Brenner, opening up a big gap over Terry the Nerd Reinhardt. Terry falling into the clutches of Michael Sheridan and Corey Zansky. Going to do what he can to hold them off. The laps are clicking off here. Michael Sheridan going down low, going to try a slide job. Aborts it. Good timing there for Michael Sheridan to not get into him, and that's going to do it. Chris Brenner, Terry Reinhardt, Michael Sheridan, Corey Zansky, your top 4. These guys pulling it in now. Logan Christensen bit of a tough break in that heat race for him. Couple of bad contacts. Managed to finish in front of James McIntyre, though. Alright, heat race number 4 on its way to you. We're going to see some more cars, obviously. Oh, that's a great statement, KR. We're going to see some more cars. Jiminy Christmas. And I have no idea why I haven't been contacted by NASCAR and Fox Sports to do the Daytona 500. I obviously have such a talent for broadcasting. Alright, we got more cars rolling around the track now. Nate Davis, Tim Smith. These guys look to be forming up for your trophy dash. Nate Davis, Tim Smith there in the shot, along with Cody Olsen in the 4. The 02 of Terry Reinhardt. The 21 of Matthew Hoyt. The 84 of Chris Brenner. Nate Davis, your pole sitter for this trophy dash. There we go, we're underway. Nate Davis getting a good start over Cody Olsen. Brenner trying to make it 3 wide there. Brenner running that bottom to perfection in heat race 1, trying to make the same thing happen here in the trophy dash. But Nate Davis with clean air saying see you later, while Cody Olsen, Tim Smith, and Brenner all fight for the same piece of real estate. And we're going to go ahead and slot Cody Olsen into second here. Brenner slides up in front of Smith. Now the top line getting that momentum going. Brenner slides into 4th spot, going to try the high line. Nate Davis holding on to that lead. Now once again Brenner down low, Smith in the middle this time. Brenner and Smith making a little bit of contact possibly. No, shutting it down. That is the end of the trophy dash. Nate Davis is your winner. Cody Olsen second. I am unsure who got 3rd or 4th in that one. It came between Tim Smith and Chris Brenner. So once again, these guys doing a great job. Your trophy dash was very exciting for the top 4. Alright, so now we wait for the main event. Drivers will be getting a rundown of what is expected of them, how many laps, how race control will be dealing with the race. And like I said, I appreciate you all for sticking with me as I have the strongest of voice boxes right now. Very spectacular voice. The best voice. It's huge. Huge voice. I have to mute my mic for a second as I have to cough up a lung. Please excuse me. I'm back. Thank you very much for sticking around. Like I said, this is the Upstate Racing League. They are sponsored by White Knuckle Clothing. White Knuckle Clothing isn't just another t-shirt, hoodie, or hat company. White Knuckle Clothing is a company for motorheads and motorsports fans alike. Check them out on the web at www.whiteknuckleclothinginc.com. I do appreciate the fact that White Knuckle Clothing is fronting the Upstate Racing League. Very close partnership with them. These guys, the Upstate Racing League, I've been a part of them. They have a UMP modified race that goes off before the Super Sprint Series. If you're interested in driving the UMP in their home track series, they are running all Lanier this season. I got to join them today, and I got to tell you, I was not on my game. Had a rough night. I crashed out. Obviously, on all the medications that I'm on, affected my driving skills. Not that I had skills to begin with, but yeah, it was a good time. Good time. So, as we head into the main event, quick rundown of the points coming into tonight's race. Chris Brenner was your points leader, followed by Nathan Davis, who is only 2 points back. 7 points behind Brenner is Tim Smith in third, Michael Sheridan fourth. Brett Bartles was fifth. Chuck Hayes, who did not make it tonight, sitting in sixth. Matthew Hoyt was seventh. Jim Vig eighth. Wayne McDuff was ninth. Terry Reinhardt will round out your top 10 in points heading into tonight's event. So as we wait for this main event to form up and the session has been advanced, once again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, hanging out, watching this broadcast. I know my voice is very soothing at this moment, but I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. Good shot of the field taken to the grid here. Now the field is not set in the correct order. What will happen is iRacing will throw the green flag, but the drivers will maintain pace speed. After that, the drivers will get proper lineup instructions from race control, and then the green flag will drop. Well, I should say the yellow will come out, be thrown by race control. The field will be officially set, and then we will go racing. Once again, Tim Smith and Brett Bartles will not be on your front row. Or not Brett Bartles, sorry. Brett Strickler. As you can see, cars starting to take into their starting positions. They will roll around single file so that when the yellow is thrown by race control, everyone will be in proper position. So your running order so far is Nate Davis, Cody Olsen, Tim Smith, and Chris Brenner. As they start to form up their lineups, the race lineup will become more accurate. "19 cars out on track. The 96 Al Smith is in race control. He will not be out there tonight. Al Smith is league admin. If you guys would like to join the league, go to upstateracingleague.com, fill out the application. That'd be a great place to start. Another place you could join is through the iRacing League directory under URL Super Sprint Series. These guys would love to have you out there. So as we watch the field now, it appears most everyone is in their spot, so I expect any moment the yellow to be thrown by race control. Yellow is out now. Everyone going to form up on the pace car. All right, so your pole sitter will be Nate Davis, followed by Cody Olsen, Tim Smith, and Chris Brenner will make up row 2. Row 3 will be Terry Reinhardt and Matthew Hoyf. Row 4, Blake Durflinger and Wayne McDuff. Row 5, Michael Sheridan and Cole Neufeld. Row 6 is Rick Hadachuk and Corey Zansky, followed by Kelly Dahl and Brett Bartles for row 7. Row 8, Logan Christensen and Devin Johnson. 9 is Brett Strickler and Jim Vig, and rounding out the field is James McIntyre. That's your starting order, your starting lineup. Looks like the lights are out on the pace truck. Everyone getting lined up single file here. Nate Davis going to have control of the field, and we will be going green this time around. Nate Davis on the loud pedal, getting a good start, able to slot into the high side. Tim Smith down low, able to get by Cody Olsen. Now he's looking for the lead, tags the inside wall a little bit, gathers it back up. Nate Davis on the outside, last week's winner, looking for a repeat here. Can he pull it off? Your running order is on your left-hand side there. Tim Smith slotting into second. Caution is out. It looks like Matthew Hoyt into trouble here. Matthew Hoyt in the 21. Comes off the corner sideways. Gets a little bit of a sandwich between Michael Sheridan and Cole Neufeld. And then just unable to continue on. Looks like he's got heavy damage to the right rear. That car is not happy. Once again, Nate Davis is your leader. White flag will be lap 61. So our lap counter there not showing the true amount of laps left, as this is a timed session. But white flag will be lap 61. Green flag is back out. Nate Davis getting a great jump over Cody Olsen. Tim Smith looking to the inside, so is Brenner. Smith down underneath Olsen. Trying to make it work. So far, not having any luck. Brenner and Smith working that bottom. Olsen and Davis up top. Smith currently in second, but hasn't fully cleared Olsen yet. Might get a good run here this time, and he does. Now Brenner looking to follow Smith, but Nate Davis out front in the clean air all by himself, doing whatever he wants. He is about to fall into the clutches of Tim Smith. Tim Smith working that bottom to perfection. Nate Davis holding on to that high side, getting a good run out of the corner. Davis wheel to wheel this time. Brenner fighting for third. Davis, oh, so close. Smith had his front wheels. Now Smith gets in front of Davis. Smith working that bottom. Now he's opening up a little bit of gap on Davis. Meanwhile, Brenner and Olsen having a jousting match. Brenner doing the slide job. Olsen down underneath him, counters him. Smith pulling away from Davis this time. Smith has not won yet this season. We're in race 3. Could he be our third race winner in as many races? Cody Olsen and Brenner still going at it. Haven't quite decided who is going to finish where. Michael Sheridan and the 02 of Terry the Nerd Reinert going after it. Terry Reinert running the high side. Sheridan running the bottom. Blake Durflinger doesn't know the freight train is coming. Meanwhile, Smith opening up a big, big gap now. So we look at Smith getting a workout on his steering wheel there. Lap traffic coming up for Smith. Ooh, and Jim Big gets turned sideways by the 18 of Devin Johnson. No yellow. Vig able to keep going. That was right in front of our leaders. Vig able to pull off. Doesn't look like any damage by Tim Smith there. Oh, so close. Brenner and Olsen haven't quite settled their differences. Looks like it's going to be a three-way fight for second spot. Olsen through the middle of the track. Davis up high. Brenner down low. "30 laps to go." White flag is lap 61. Cody Olsen trying oh so hard to hold off Chris Brenner while he tries to catch Nate Davis, but nobody has anything for Tim Smith right now. Smith is running the bottom to perfection. He is getting every bit of grip that he can. Smith doing a great job. Ooh, and just as I say that, catches the inside wall, pops the front end up, but is able to gather it back up. Nate Davis working around the 64 machine of Rick Hadachuk. Cody Olsen now got a bit of a gap over Brenner. Brenner running that high side now. Michael Sheridan sits 5th spot as we got one in the wall. I believe it's James McIntyre. Gets it wound back up and gets going again. Brett Strickler, who we saw have some issues in his heat race, and currently sitting top 10. Ooh, and as we're talking about him, he gets into the wall a little bit there. 27 of Logan Christensen now sits in 10th. Brett Strickler and the no-name team going to try and battle back. He wants that top 10 finish. Meanwhile, back up front, Tim Smith is picking them up and laying them down. Getting ready to lap inside the top 10 as we see Brett Strickler and Logan Christensen in the shot there. Those guys are fighting for 10th spot. Tim Smith has got no time for this battle. He's got to make quick work as Nate Davis is only about 2 seconds behind him. Brett Strickler, Logan Christensen into the wall. Both get it sorted. Ooh, Logan tags the 81. James McIntyre going around, collects Brenner. Caution is out. Holy cow, what a series of events. Brett Strickler and Logan Christensen make contact as Tim Smith tries to get by. Then Logan tags the back of James McIntyre. McIntyre and Brenner make contact. And that has put Brenner in a bad situation as Brenner has had to make a pit stop. And he is going to take a loss here. So your race 1 winner, Chris Brenner, collecting the sideways car of James McIntyre. What a domino effect we saw there. Alright, so the field is bunched back up. Tim Smith, Nate Davis, Cody Olsen, Michael Sheridan, Terry Reinhardt round out your top 5. Lights are out on the pace truck. Tim Smith gets on the loud pedal, and we're back racing, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Olsen trying to get down underneath Nate Davis. Meanwhile, Michael Sheridan trying to snooker them all on the outside. Cody Olsen running that middle. Nate Davis kind of on the bottom. Michael Sheridan way up top. We got 3 distinct lines there. White flag will be lap 68. Caution is out once again. Looks like Devin Johnson's the one in trouble this time. as we watch Devin Johnson here. Oh, gets tagged by the 64 machine of Rick Hadachuk. Gets spun around, gets it back going again. Alright, so the field is bunched up once again. White flag is now lap 71. Tim Smith, your race leader, gonna have control of the field here. Pace truck pulls in. Smith gets on it, and away we go. Smith running that bottom. He is committed to making it work and doing a great job at it. Nate Davis trying to get around him on the outside here. Gets a good run. Not letting him pull away this time. Davis way up top. Now Michael Sheridan trying the bottom on Cody Olsen. Terry Reinhardt trying to get around Michael Sheridan himself. Reinhardt throws it in hard. Gonna lose 2 spots here. Corey Zahinski's getting in front of him. Put Corey in the top 5 now. Tim Smith, Nate Davis, Cody Olsen, Michael Sheridan, Corey Zahinski, your top 5. Caution is back out. Not sure for what reason. Very possible for Blake Durflinger. So we're going to watch here. Gonna try and see what happened. Blake Durflinger does get sideways. Tags that inside wall. Laps are really winding down now. 62 laps in total have been done by the drivers, but the white flag lap will now be on 74 in our lap counter. All right, here we go. One more time. Tim Smith, green flag in the air. Tim Smith going to the high side. Throwing the field for a loop as he goes to the high side. Nate Davis, Cody Olsen once again fighting it out. Cody Olsen looked to have got the short end of the stick there. No front wing, able to keep going. But Nate Davis in second, Tim Smith still first, Michael Sheridan, Corey Zahinski. A little bit of contact. They both straighten it out. Now Corey Zahinski sitting in third. Michael Sheridan fourth. Blake Durflinger will round out your top 5. Blake Durflinger, Wayne McDuff battling it out for that 5th spot. Cody Olsen has pulled it into the pits. But Tim Smith switching to the high side here. White flag is on lap 74, so the laps are winding down. Once again, had to lubricate my throat box. This racing's too exciting for me to be able to maintain this. Woo, what a night to be ill. Brett Strickler sitting in 7th. running way up high. Tags the wall a little bit there. He's done that a couple times tonight. But back up front, Tim Smith is flat out flying around here tonight at Lanier, whether it's the bottom or the top. He is just getting it done, showing the field just how fast he is. Tags the wall a little bit there, but no fear from him. We're running laps 73 to 74, 2 to go. White flag will be coming out this time. White flag should be out. Tim Smith coming around down the backstretch. Turns 3 and 4 for the last time. Bringing it home, Tim Smith. Your race winner here in the Upstate Racing League Super Sprint Series. Tim Smith getting it done. Gonna pull in Tim Smith. But he's not in team speak, so we can't talk to him. So we got Corey Zainski pulling in a couple other drivers here. All right, we'll start with Nate Davis. Nate Davis, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davis, what a race you did. Little unclear. Did you finish second in that one?
Nah, I ran out of fuel on the front stretch coming to the checkered and snuck by me there on the outside.
All right, well, thank you for that. It's a little hard to tell who finished where. So you got 4th place or 3rd? Third. All right, thank you very much. So Nate Davis, your 3rd place finisher. You won last week. You come here, you're running second for most of the race. Had a great showing in your heat race and the trophy dash. Bring it home 3rd, running out of fuel. Tell us a little bit about your race.
The track really slickened off there, and I should have probably changed the gear down to run the high side, but I didn't, so I was just trying to bang it as best as I could up there without making any mistakes, and Tim was able to get by me on the inside. Then, after that, it was just trying to chase him back down, and didn't do it.
We saw Tim Smith stuck to the bottom, and it looked like you tried it a couple times, but then you moved to the high side and you stayed there. Was your car feeling much better on the high side?
Oh yeah, I was a lot more hooked up there, and just having the runs off down the straightaways, keeping the momentum up, and it was just a lot faster for my car set up there.
Well, congratulations on 3rd place. Unfortunately that you didn't hold on to 2nd with running out of fuel, but you still got 3rd. Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just give a shout out to Mean Green and Metal Militia for coming on board. Shout out to you for doing the broadcast, and Al for putting the league on, and congrats to Tim and Corey on 1-2 finish up there.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thanks, sir.
All right, so we're going to move on to our 2nd place finisher of Corey Zainski. Corey, are you there?
Yeah, you got me?
I do got you. So I hear you finished 2nd.
Yeah, I didn't know what had happened there. I didn't know, because we don't follow the iRacing format. They just call checker flag, via the voice chat. So I wasn't sure if he just didn't catch that and slowed down early or what, but I hear he ran out of fuel, so I guess luck was on my side.
Well, congratulations on your 2nd place finish. You had to come through the field a little bit as you started in about mid-pack. We saw you get into some real close battles. Tell us a little bit about some of those battles and how you managed to keep your car straight.
Yeah, at the very beginning I got shuffled to the back. I think I was actually in last place for a minute there, and just kind of dodging the wrecks and trying to keep my nose clean, and was able to find a groove in the middle and just work that all the way up to where I got.
Well, great job. Teammates of yours, Tim Smith, Michael Sheridan, you, Corey Zainski, and Chris Brenner, 4 of you guys made it out there tonight. 3 of you finished inside the top 5.
Yeah, the team's great. It's kind of overwhelming a bit because a lot of these guys are a lot faster than me. So sometimes I feel like I'm not up to par, but being able to, perform once in a while is nice.
All right, is there any sponsors or anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad. I know he's watching at home. You guys for putting this on. I'd like to thank my team, UWU. I wouldn't be where I'm at without them. They get me set up with the sets, and I wouldn't be, in top 3 like this without them. So I owe them a lot.
All right, well, congratulations on your second place finish.
Thanks.
Thank you. And that leaves our race winner for tonight, Mr. Tim Smith. Are you there, sir?
Loud and clear, bud. How we doing?
Oh my goodness, what a race you had. You stuck that car to the bottom for the most part, wicked fast on the bottom, and then you decide to go to the high side and you were just as fast up there. What a race you had tonight.
Yeah, the car was definitely really good all night. Sat pole, almost won my heat race. Started 4th in the feature, and I pretty much just dedicated my setup to running the bottom. I pretty much put fuel in it and set the car up to just stick the left front on the fence and be easy on the throttle. And it was really fast in the beginning. It seemed like about 3/4 of the way through the race, I could feel myself spinning the tires really bad coming out the corner. So I moved up to the top line and picked up more speed than I was running the bottom, I guess. So then ended up just finishing the race out there.
You had a couple restarts that you had to go through, but at no time did you seem to be worried about it. Did you even have a fear? We saw you hit the wall a couple times on the front stretch.
Yeah, I didn't want to see those cautions come. I think I had a really big lead when the first caution dropped there. Really didn't want to see any cautions because that just kind of opens the door for whoever's in second. If they get a good restart on you, they can throw a slider on you and really slow you down. But it all worked out for the best, I suppose.
Well, once again, congratulations on your race win. You're our 3rd race winner in just as many races. Is there any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Oh yeah, definitely. Probably Mark Pinsky at Next Gen Fab. I put him on the wing, but I hit him up for any fab work. All my teammates at UW Motorsports. We all had really fast cars. I know Brenner was really fast, and I think he got wrecked out by a lap car or something like that. So just shout out to my team and you guys for giving us a place to race.
All right, Mr. Smith. Well, once again, congratulations on your race win, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. That was your top 3 finishers. Not quite sure how they finished, but I do know we talked to the top 3. So once again, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for tolerating my wonderful voice tonight. I appreciate it. Guys, I look forward to doing this once again next week. Should be back to my normal self. So until then, thank you very much for joining me at JMS Broadcasting. This was the Upstate Racing League in the Super Sprint Series presented by White Knuckle Clothing. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much, and until I see you next time, have a good night.